Why brothers do not share wealth with their sisters. Indian culture has for thousands of years treated men as someone who lead families and be the heads of next generation, and women as someone who will go to some other family after marriage and start a new life. This has been deeply rooted in all our minds for years and years. This is one big reason why women in India are not aware about inheritance laws and their rights in property. Some families, where there are sons and daughters both, do not even raise the point of dividing the property equally among all of them. Daughters who are married are not even in picture at the times. The wealth is divided and it is considered natural and something that makes sense. Women on the other hand also do not take any lead or don't even bother asking for their fair share in the family wealth. It is now a fact that brothers do not share wealth with sisters. A family had one brother and 3 sisters and had a huge property, lots of shares, mutual funds and bank accounts. When the father died, people cried, and after a month everybody was back at home. All 3 daughters who are married, they don't even think for a second that they have a huge 25% share in the wealth, which is a decent amount by today's standards. All 3 daughters are not so well off and struggling day in and day out, but they are just not considering the option to ask for their share. Legally, if they want, it would be just a matter of a few months or years and some bitter experiences, but they might reach their financial freedom if they go to court. But they are too emotional to take that step and worry about relationships and the problems which arise out of it. In another case, there are 2 brothers and 2 sisters, all married, and after the father's death, the brothers are fighting with each other for property. The sad part of this story is that brothers are fighting for their share and also sharing their plight with their sisters. But not for a second do they think that even sisters are legal heirs and should also get their share. Women now have to raise their voices and ask for their share from their parents and brothers. If required, ask for it legally. Just because father has spent a lot of money on wedding of sister and given her gold does not mean she can be cut off from the family wealth sharing. This should be part of every woman's financial plan. As a man, the wife be entitled for her share of wealth from her parents. In today's world where money has become so important, one has to convince her to ask for her share. It might get her valid share of money and can help in leading a better financial life. While the changes in the Hindu inheritance laws have been progressive, the society in which these laws operate is traditional. Hindu women have the right to parental property, but they are unable to claim it. The Hindu Succession Act amended in 2005 gave women equal inheritance rights. But the irony is the landmark legislation has made little impact on the ground. Experts say there is need for legal literacy programs and mass media campaigns on the law. They are calling for proactive efforts by the center and state governments to enforce women's right to inheritance. A majority of women are either denied or forced to relinquish their share in the property by their families. A study by UN Women found that 44% of the women surveyed believed their parents would not agree to bequeath them a share of their land, while 53% believed their brothers would oppose the idea. Despite a 10-year-old law, the Hindu Succession Act, ensuring equal rights for daughters in their parental property, social and cultural barriers continue to deprive women of their rights. Brothers need to be aware of their sisters' rights and must be taught to share. Is this time to change?